Hi, I'm not dead or deactivated or whatever YouTube is doing nowadays. But anyways, hi, my name is Levy. I am that one guy on the internet that no one really knows about. And I haven't been known for 11 months. Yeah, a little thing called creator's block, or in my words, procrastination. I hadn't been uploading anything in a while, and it's due to the fact that, well, one, I moved in late October last year. Another reason is just due to personal reasons. Those that follow me on Twitter already know what's going on with me. But, we know what this video is about. You know, you could see my face, and also, you can also notice my hair's gone. Yeah, I had to make changes in my life. But this isn't what we're here about. Not my hair, not my appearance or anything. We're here for one thing. Games. And Vivi. Behind me is a box of games that I have accumulated over the year of 2019. And just to reiterate, this is a lot of games I bought. No big limited editions as much. The only thing I only bought like two limited editions, and I think a special headset called the VR. But yeah, to tell you how many games I've accumulated would blow your goddamn minds. In this box, and some behind it, this is 101 games plus 10, so 111. So yeah, I had been doing a lot of collecting as of late, and I think I have an obsession. But enough about that. Let's get right into the reveals. Now that you can see my somewhat lovely and grotesque hands, I'm actually going to start off with the games or consoles that I didn't really get a lot of. And surprisingly, one's an Xbox One game, which, honestly, I had never really owned. Unless I had the other console. But this one was Dying Light. Apparently my brother left it here when he moved out of this house a while ago. So, yeah, I think he probably wants this back because he is an Xbox One fan. And funny enough, I actually started getting into Xbox One recently thanks to the glorious thing known as Game Pass. But yeah, this game isn't that bad. No news of the sequel yet. So yeah, I don't really need to say much about Dying Light. And moving on, Nintendo Wii. Wii Music. Honestly, there's not much to say. You need the Wii's controller and nunchucks, and you can just quote-unquote play instruments. By that, you just take it and just fling it around, just like I'm about to do with this game right now. Continuing on to the games I've never really got much of. 3DS games. Yeah, remember the Nintendo 3DS before the Switch took over? Yeah, that was king of handhelds and killed off the Vita. Moving on. This one is Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story and Bowser Jr.'s Journey. Why skip Partners in Time, Nintendo? Whenever I heard they did this shit, I immediately wondered why they did it. And it's because, out of all the ones for the DS, Partners in Time wasn't the best. I liked it. I will agree, it's not the strongest one in the series, but it deserves some love too. And yeah, this version of the game did not really sell too well due to the fact that they put it on a dying/dead handheld, because the Nintendo Switch is a lot better as a handheld. But overall, is this game worth the 3DS, like, the saving it? Honestly, it was not. I mean, don't get me wrong, visually it's great, and the game is still great too, but overall, this actually killed off Alpha Dream, which, funny enough, Nintendo finally owns all the rights to the Mario and Luigi games, but I'm kind of scared to see what they're going to do with my beloved franchise that I loved so much as a kid. Insert the Godfather clip. Look what they're doing to my boy. Anyways, Detective Pikachu. Funny enough, I never played the game. I saw the movie first. The movie is great, by the way. I will say that is the best film adaptation of a video game to date. Followed behind Prince of Persia. Anyways, Detective Pikachu, it has detective moments, and it's overall not a terrible game. It's cutesy, but it's just, after seeing the movie, I kind of know how some things happen in it. But yeah, I actually need to get around to finishing this game sometime soon. Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS. This is honestly not the best version of the game. Honestly, if you want a better experience of Luigi's Mansion, just get the GameCube version. And what was it? What did they add this? Oh, they added multiplayer to this game. So yeah, if you don't want to play with friends, play the GameCube version. But if you want to play with friends who actually still remember the Nintendo 3DS, I would just say skip this one and just hope they remaster it for the Switch. Persona Q 2. Persona Q was a fun game. And I wasn't surprised when they were making a sequel to this with the Persona 5 cast. And it's still enjoyable. I like the game. I think the game is amazing in its own right. But, again, it could have been better on the not 3DS, but the Switch. I mean, if Bravely Default 2 is coming to Switch next year and not continuing on the fucking 3DS, then yeah, you know it's lessened by now. But overall, this is actually a good series. I wish they continued it over to the Switch. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. Cutesy as it is, it suffers a lot from Yoshi's Woolly World, or Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World for the Nintendo 3DS too. But there's a lot of things that this game could have done. But again, this is the Switch. This isn't the This is the 3DS and all that. And for those wondering why I'm kind of stumbling and going over some of my words and not thinking of the right words to say, it's fucking 1 in the morning. But yeah, that's actually it for 3DS, Xbox One, and Wii. But let's move on to a console, the second console, or the runner-up to the most games I own this year. And like before, now I'm doing something different, like I showed you. I'm not doing this in any particular order. This is first come, first grab, so let's begin. I'm going to show off the one that actually came in the bigger box. Crystal Crisis. Now, people are going to wonder, why did I get this for the physical release of the game? And I will show you why. You know one of those little fidget cubes that people go on about? And yeah, here's the game. You know, it's funny enough. Same as the box. We could just move that to the side now. But yeah, it came with a fidget cube. Of all things. And they call it a crystal cluster. And, yeah. I'm sorry. It's a fidget cube. That's all it is. It's a goddamn fidget cube. I mean, good for if you're stressed and if you want something to kill the time. But overall, I'm just gonna keep that to the side. I'm gonna continue on with this game. For a puzzle game, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. It has Cave Story characters, Binding of Isaac. It also has many other characters from other series that some people probably don't even fucking know about. But for a puzzle game, if you want a better puzzle game or a better fighting puzzle game, just get Super Puzzle Fighter. You know, the one made by Konami. Moving on, I'm actually going to grab a stack and put it right over here. Yoshi's Crafted World. I mentioned Yoshi's Woolly World when I was talking about the 3DS games, and I'm not gonna fucking lie. This game is cute, and I loved every bit of this game. Is it short? Yeah. Is it nice to go back and just get everything? Yeah. It's still cute though. I mean, it still has like the cutesy aesthetic of Yoshi's Woolly World, but instead of wool, it's all like cardboard and crafts. But yeah. For Switch games, I'm actually going to do another thing too, like Best of Switch. This is actually one of the best Switch games I played this year. I would probably put this at number 5. Just because, like, number 5 of the Switch games. So, yeah. Yoshi's Crafted World. Highly recommend this. Either with a friend or a child, if you have kids. And just by yourself, it's a fun experience. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Now, this fucking game is the spawn of Bowsette. You know, not a bad meme. Lewd art has been made of it. But this is the start of it, because now let's look a little close to that. Yeah, see, you see that? That's the reason why Bowsette exists. But yeah, for a port of the game, it's not bad. But did people really want to play New Super Mario Bros. U for the Switch? It's just Mario Bros. U for the Switch. That's all I can really say about that. Pokken Tournament Deluxe. Again, same thing I can describe this. It's just Pokken Tournament from the Wii U to the Switch. But it has like all... I don't think it has all the DLC. It just has some extra content in it. But yeah, that's all this is. It's just a definitive version of Pokken Tournament. Sonic Mania Plus. And no, that's not what it really looked like. If you guys want to know what the art looked like, originally it looked like that. And it's not terrible art, like originally, but I don't know. I have more a nostalgic appeal to this. Even though I never owned a Genesis, this art is a lot better. I mean, kudos to the people that made this art. And kudos to the team that actually made Sonic Mania. Fun fact, whenever I bought this game, a month later, it became free for PlayStation Plus. Funny enough. But yeah, Sonic Mania, great game, great Sonic game. A lot better than Sonic Forces, but it came out last year, so I can't really put it on my top gaming list. Now, moving on. Mega Man 11. Nice return of the Mega Man. The Mega Man. I love how I'm sounding like Starfire for that. Yeah, nice return of the Blue Bomber. I mean, it's a good platformer. It's hard in its own right, but it's not like Cuphead hard, but it's pretty difficult in its own right. This is a nice return for the Blue Bomber. I hope Capcom learned a lesson from keeping like franchises like this in the dark. And I kind of hope they actually make Mega Man Legends 3, but one can dream. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I'm going to say the same thing like I did for the 3DS or new 3DS version. It's just a it's just a port of the Wii U game with extra content. That's really it. It's made by the same people that made Samurai Warriors, Dynasty Wars. You get the gist. Luigi's Mansion 3. Oh, sweet mumbo jumbo fucking Christ. This game is great. It is, in my opinion, this is a lot fucking better than Luigi's Mansion 2 or Dark Moon. It is a lot better. I would kind of say skip Dark Moon and just go straight to 3. And if I had to put this on the best Switch games list, this will be at number 2, in my opinion. I mean, I don't care if it won Best Family Game at the Game Awards. There's other games that top this, in my humblest of opinions. But yeah, the gameplay, the animations, just everything about this game is so good. I cannot recommend this game enough. If you have a Switch or don't have a Switch and need games for it, this is a good one. If you hadn't played the other games, don't need to play them. Just play this one. Moving right along, I have more games to show. Dragon Quest XI. Oh, come on. Show me the money, buddy. Show. There we go. Dragon Quest XI S. Or what I like to call Dragon Quest XI Switch. This is the definitive version of the game, and I love this version a lot more. A lot fucking more than the PS4 version. And look right here. This is the main reason why, right here. If you can see that right there. 3D, 2D. You can actually switch modes anytime you want, and it's amazing. But honestly, I rather play it in 3D because it has a lot more content, and it's overall a good feel. I like this game. And again, it's a port of a game, but if I had to say like the best port of a game, this is it. This is the best port of 2019, in my opinion. So, yeah. Amazing game. I highly recommend this. Again, Switch. Highly recommend this one. Travis strikes again. No More Heroes. Or what I like to call No More Heroes 2.5 Devolver Digital Edition. This game is not bad. It's actually surprisingly decent. But you have the problem that a lot of people have. It plays nothing like No More Heroes. It plays like a, not a side scroller, but it just plays like a hack and slash platformer, in a sense. But yeah, it's not a terrible game. It later came to the PS4, and honestly, I'd rather just have it, keep it on the Switch, but, you know, they have to make more money somehow. But yeah. I am excited for No More Heroes 3. I'm still hoping that they put Travis Touchdown in Smash Brothers. So yeah, this game is not the best one in the series, but it's a lot better than the PS3 version. Starlink, Battle for Atlas, and funny enough, there's really nothing on the back. Starlink, essentially a No Man's Sky space explorer shooty action adventure game. That kind of reminds me a bit of Skylanders. If I could demonstrate what I mean, this is what it came with, and it's honestly not bad. I mean, I got the Switch version because it came with the R-Wing, and it also came with weapons, so I'm going to at least show what they look like up close. I mean, yeah. It comes with a lot of nice little things. Like, it only came with like 2 weapon modules, the R-Wing, and funny enough, it came with 2 characters. One of them is of the game, while the other one is of Star Fox. So, yeah. I can't really say much on the game, because I did play it for a good hour, but yeah, I just couldn't really get into it as much. I might go back later. That I had to delete it so I could make more room on my Switch. So yeah, I'll give it a chance whenever I can. So yeah, you get the gist of things. Disgaea One Complete. Now, a lot of people are probably confused what Disgaea is. It is a strategy game, a strategy RPG, and it's amazing. They have 5 of them in the series with a lot of spin-off games. But this game, I was surprised that this game actually came to Switch. And this actually has all the story stuff. The only thing that it doesn't have is D2, which is the direct sequel of 1. But yeah, this game is a good port, another good port, but this game has been ported to Hellback. It's been ported to PSP. It's been ported to DS. It's been, well, not ported to Vita, but close. Now it's ported to the Switch. So yeah, this game is enjoyable. If you have a Switch or a PS4, because it's on there too, get this game. I highly recommend it. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Again, a port. But there's one thing different. Right there. Mario Odyssey levels. And funny enough, I actually did beat Mario Odyssey this year. I never had a chance to beat that game until this year, and I'm glad I did, honestly. But yeah, this game is enjoyable. I highly recommend it if you like puzzle games, but there's also a 3DS version of it, but skip that one. Just get the Switch version instead. Disgaea 5 Complete. Essentially Disgaea 5 for the PS4, but with the DLC and Switch visuals. That's all I can really say about this game. Not bad. And they did the same thing with Disgaea 4. But I'm probably going to get that later. They're going to do the same with 2 and 3 anyway, so yeah, it's just get the series. It's great. It's a great series. Cave Story Plus. Cave Story is an amazing game. And it came to the Switch. And all it is, it's just the original game. It's Cave Story Plus just for the Switch. That's all I can really say about this. That's it. That's all you have to say. Sushi Striker, Way of Shushido, or The Way of Shushido. This is more of a... I actually don't know how to describe it. I know it involves sushi, but let me look at the game real quick. Sushi Master. Oh yeah, it's essentially a puzzle game. It is essentially a puzzle game, and all you gotta do is stack sushi, and it has a weird story. It's Nintendo, so what do you expect? It's not a bad game. It came out last year. I can't recommend it to people as much. I mean, it's only good for a select few people, collectors. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Switch, featuring Funky Kong. Anyways, yeah, when it comes to ports, they still do the same damn thing. All, like with Captain Toad, all that is just Super Mario Odyssey levels in the game. And this just has funky mode. I'm sorry about that. It looks like my house is a little bit haunted. Anyways, all it is, it just shows that the game is impressive on the Switch, and they can make a Donkey Kong Country for the Switch. Why haven't they? I don't know. Maybe they're working on other IPs, like, I don't know, Labo 2. I know they're doing Breath of the Wild 2, but they're probably going to do Labo 2 and Odyssey 2 soon. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. Sorry about that. Cats are a bit of a nuisance. Anyways, I was about to say the reason why I got this game, not because of tits or anything like that. I got it because it was $10. But you could say that I got it for tits if you want to. And this is just, it's gender bend. This is just gender bend the game, SNK style. But there's a better SNK game, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's really all I gotta say about this game, actually. Super Mario Maker 2. Honestly, this was on the runner-up as my best Switch game. Not of the year, but in my top 5. Sadly, it didn't make the cut because, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very creative. All of this is just Kaizo Mario. But it has improved. They added a lot more things into the game, or into this one in particular. So yeah, the only reason why I got this is because it came with 12 months free of Nintendo Online. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good Maker game. Now, pretty soon they're probably going to make a new gaming console. They're going to make a Mario Maker 3. You never know at this point in this day and age. But yeah, this was a runner-up to be in my top 5. But there are 2 more games that did somewhat better. Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age. It plays really good on the Switch, and it's good in handheld and TV mode. But I would rather get the PS4 version because that's the console that it was originated on anyway. But if you don't have a PS4 and have a Switch, I highly recommend this too. Skyrim for the Switch. What else is there to say? It's just Skyrim, but with a Master Sword and Hylian Shield. Moving on. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. This is the one game that people got pissed about. When I went to work, people got pissed at this game. It was not on Sony, but it was a Nintendo exclusive. But overall, it could have been better. This game, it wasn't bad. It's a good beat 'em up RPG, quote unquote. But yeah, you could see the main reason why I don't like it right there. As Captain Marvel sucks. I'm sorry. Move on. Demon Ex Machina. Demon Ex Machina is not a bad game, as much as people say. If you can actually get into like Zone of the Enders type of gameplay, this game is for you. And the customization for it is great too, but a lot of people didn't really seem to care for it. It was one of those sleeper hits that no one really cared about, which is a damn shame because this was a new IP from Nintendo too, so yeah, it makes me sad. Astral Chain. Again, this almost got in my top 5 list. Actually, wait, what did I have for that? No. Honestly, if I had to say anything, this could have been in my top 5, but it didn't. I mean, it's Platinum. Platinum is really good at making action games, and this is no different. I mean, it is a good action-adventure beat-em-up game. With some quirkiness and Kamiya charm, I could say. I forget if he made the game. I'll put in text if he did or not. So, yeah, this game is actually not bad. A lot of people give it shit for being too flashy, but it's pretty good. Don't listen to what they say. Fire Emblem Warriors. Honestly, I didn't want to get this game. It's the same as Hyrule Warriors, but it's just nothing in particular about it. It's just Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem style. Rinse and repeat. Pokemon Sword. This is actually in my top 5, surprisingly enough. And people are going to be like, oh gee, where'd you put this on the list? If I had to do this in any particular order, if I put Yoshi's Crafted World number 5, and nothing at number 4, and Luigi's Mansion at number 2, this will be number 3. It is enjoyable, despite what everyone's saying about it. Everyone's saying that there's no national dex, that there's problems with the visuals, and that there's no voice acting. If you can look past all of that, it's an enjoyable game. It's the same as every other Pokemon game. Go out in the world, capture Pokemon, become the best of the best, and do it in a fictional Britain. And I'm not gonna lie, this game has given us 2 things. Memes and good fan art of the waifus. So yeah, moving right along with that. Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz HD. I was originally going to get this for the PS4, but when I noticed the PS4 collection was looking kind of big, I decided to just get it for the Switch. Because this game, funny enough, was on the Wii originally. And I only played the first world of this game. The only reason why, because I want to do a series of it. The game is cutesy. I can understand why a lot of people say that this game is actually for kids, more likely, but it's E10 and up, so yeah. Expect sometime next year I do a series of this, so expect that to happen in the future. Collection of Mana. All this is Trials of Mana that never released in America. The Final Fantasy Adventure, which, if you know what that is essentially Sword of Mana, and then there's Secret of Mana. But it is in its, as you can see right there, that's in their classic forms. It's not the remade version of Secret of Mana, which that version is okay. Just don't use the new music. The new music for that game sucks. Just ask somebody about that. Ring Fit Adventure. This game also would have made it in my top 5 list, but it didn't though, because and honestly, it didn't really do much. All it is was just the Switch's version of the Wii Fit. But this actually works though. Now, as you can see, if you could actually see closer, you're holding a ring, and right there is where the Switch, your other Joy-Con goes. It's a fun game. It's a good workout game too. And I kind of would recommend it if you want to do like a workout for it, but there are other games that are better for workouts anyway. But I will say, it is a nifty IP though. Bayonetta 2, and with Bayonetta 1, again, like I said, this is just a port of Bayonetta 2 from the Wii U and Bayonetta 1 as well. Moving on, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Honestly, this game is my number 4. Funny enough, I placed this below Luigi's Mansion, below Pokemon Sword, and below the first one that I actually have on the list. And a lot of people are going to ask, why? This game is a remake of a classic game. That's it. It's a remake. It's a cute remake. It's a good remake. There's better remakes that came out this year, though, but it's still a pretty good game. I highly recommend this game. If you can look past, the eyes, because apparently some people don't like the eyes. See, look, the eyes can't hurt you people. But anyways, it's a fun game. I highly recommend this game just as much as I recommended the other 4. But the number 1 game for the Switch, And what should have won Game of the Year, which doesn't really matter, Fire Emblem Three Houses. When I first played this, or first heard that this was coming out, I was highly skeptical because of two other games, Fates and Echoes. They were not that good. But then I see reviews praising this game to fucking hell and back. And that convinced me to buy this beautiful game. To actually pre-order it at the last moment so I can get the pins. But I don't know where I placed them. But anyways, this game is enjoyable. This game has a lot of replay value. This game, in particular, has made me love Fire Emblem again. You know, the one series that pushed me away because of Awakening, Fates, and Echoes. This reignited my love for this series. And honestly, it is the best game. If you want a good strategy RPG with a lot of replay value, for the Switch, if you want to get good games for the Switch, this is one of them. But enough of that. Moving on, Splatoon 2. Meh. I mean, it's not bad. It's enjoyable, but it's just what it is. I know the Splatfests are over. I never really participated in them because I was busy with work and other things, but it's still pretty goddamn good, though. And the last Switch game is Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. Can't really say much about it. All it is just a card game. That's all it really is. It's Pokemon. It's essentially Dragon Ball Z Pokemon Edition. That's all this really is. And it's just meh. If you want a better card game, video game, just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something. But now, we come to the big one. In my opinions, we have come so far. So goddamn far. And it's to show off the biggest collection that I own. And I wasn't even trying to do this. Originally, my plan was to get a lot more Switch games so I could build up the collection. But that didn't turn out as much as planned. Instead, I just got other games. And it's sad. It really is sad that had happened. But anyways, let's move on to the PS4 collection that I own so goddamn far. And I'm going to put all the games, make a good stack of games so I can show them all off. No particular order. Let us go. Metal Wolf Chaos XD. I never played Metal Wolf Chaos before in my life. And honestly, it's a weird game. You're essentially the president of the United States going against the vice president because he's trying to overtake your presidency, and you have to do it with mechs. Random fucking game created by FromSoft. If you don't believe me, look closer at that. That is From Software. The same people that made Sekiro, they made Dark Souls, they made Bloodborne, and spawned the Souls series now, or Souls genre now. Weird game, but enjoyable. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. 2 awards I can give to this, honestly. 2. The first one, Redeemer Award. For EA for not fucking up Star Wars like they did with Battlefront 2. Which I heard they fixed, but I don't believe it. I have to play it to see for myself. And also, I should have showed this last, this is actually my PS4 game that I would play. And this is actually my version of the Game of the Year. Because I had a list of all the games that came out. I posted this on Twitter. The games of the decade. This was my game of this year. It is a good game. Has good combat. Good story. overall, it's just enjoyable. They didn't fuck up Star Wars. And it's made by Respawn. The same people that made Titanfall 2. Or Titanfall in general. But Titanfall 2, the game that redeemed Titanfall. And honestly, I want to see them do more of this game. Or this type of gameplay and continued Jedi. This was actually really enjoyable. At first I was skeptical. Now I enjoyed it. As funny as that is. Fucking EA. God damn. Borderlands 3. I wasn't going to get this. This was a Black Friday special for $28. It is not a terrible game. Although I would rather just play Borderlands 2 in a heartbeat. But there's only one reason why. This guy is voiced by a good YouTuber. Just a good voice actor. That's why I just gave them my money. Because good voice acting in this game. Somewhat. Only for like, what, one. Overall, it's not a bad game, but I heard the DLC was a lot better. So, continuing on. The Outer Worlds. Honestly, I'm disappointed that this did not win Game of the Year. Or Jedi Fallen Order. But, this game is good. I was skeptical about this game. Essentially, if you had to describe this game, I would call this Fallout New Vegas meets Mass Effect and No Man's Sky. That is how good this game is. It takes two things that I don't really enjoy and puts it with a third that I do enjoy. This is a good game. I highly recommend The Outer Worlds. Even though it's short, I recommend this game to hell and back. It's actually, if I had to say PS4 games, or games I played on PS4, this and Jedi is one of them. This would actually be my number 3. Jedi Fallen Order be number 1. Just for my own reasons. Samurai Shodown. Again, this game was on a Black Friday sale, and I heard this was actually not that bad of a fight game. I saw previews for it, I saw trailers, I saw gameplay for it. It's surprisingly decent. But it's not really going to be well known because of other fighting games. But overall, SNK. Yeah, the same ones that made Tag Team Frenzy with cross-gender bending. I was going to say cross-dressing, but that would be wrong. And honestly, if SNK can revive franchises like this, they could do the same with Metal Slug. They should make another Metal Slug. I'm not gonna lie. I will buy that. Moving on, Altaria Ryza and the, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout. Yeah, you can't really see it because of the tiny text. But it's Altaria Ryza, or Altaria Thyza, which a lot of people call, because this is the one game a lot of people bought. And there's a screenshot that has just up close of her ass cheek or cheeks, and that's why most people bought this game. But I just bought this game because I never really played an Altaria game before. It's not bad. This is actually a pretty decent game, and it kind of makes me want to play the others, but I don't know which Altaria games are good besides Ryza. So I'm gonna keep that in mind for next year. Control. I've heard mixed things about this game. I've heard it was okay. I heard it was great. I heard it sucked. And I played it because I bought the digital deluxe version. Not digital deluxe, this deluxe version. Sure, it comes with a nice steelbook or a weird looking steelbook. But overall, the game is meh. It's not bad, in my opinion. It's just not the best either, and it shouldn't have been nominated for Game of the Year, and it really shouldn't have won awards anyway. It's just not that impressive. I'm sorry, Remedy. I loved Alan Wake and Max Payne, but Control wasn't that great. Oof. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. Honestly, I'm surprised with this game. They took a franchise that was solely based on Banjo-Kazooie, and they turned it into Donkey Kong Country. But surprisingly, that worked better than the last one. It's just a not copy and paste. It's kind of a homage to Donkey Kong Country, and this is a lot better, in my opinion, for a spin-off of a game that was supposed to be a homage to said Banjo-Kazooie. This is a good game. I can't say I highly recommend it. I recommend it, but I don't highly recommend it. But yeah, good game though. A lot better than the other one. Risk of Rain 2. Sadly, I bought this at $30, and it was on sale for $20 throughout the Christmas sales. But I bought it because I played the first one, and it, funny enough, came with the first one. I wanted to know what made this a lot different, and it's actually good. This is actually a good game. For 3D multiplayer, or 3D in general, this is a really good game. It is fun. It's roguelike, which means that any playthrough that you play is going to be different, but it's still really enjoyable. I highly recommend this if you do like roguelikes. But that's just me. Code Vein, or Anime Dark Souls. This game is not bad. I mean, I wouldn't put it as one of the top games I played this year or PlayStation games, but it's really enjoyable, in my opinion. But it could have been better. Just for me, it could have been better. But that's not saying much. AI, the Ammonium Files. Oh my sweet Jesus, this game took me by surprise. I played the demo of this game, funny enough, and I thought, I wouldn't enjoy this. It would probably suck. But it turned into a bastion for me, because when I played through it, I really enjoyed it, and I decided to buy it a few days later when it was on sale for $30. But yeah, this is a good game. I highly recommend this. But if I had to put this on best games for PS4, this would probably be at number 2. Because there's 3 other slots. This is the second best, in my opinion. But it's still really good. Like I said, it's good. But yeah, the mind never lies. I never lie. This game is good. Zone of the Enders. The Second Runner Mars Edition. Remember when I said that Demon Ex Machina was like this game? Well, I bought this game because it was cheap. And also, I actually do like Zone of the Enders a lot. This is like one of the best examples that Kojima could actually make something other than Metal Gear Solid. But that's just my opinion. But if you want to buy any other games, don't support Konami. Just buy it used. Moving on. Sekiro. Or Sekiro. Or Sekiro. However you want to pronounce it. Shadows Die Twice. I mentioned this game before because of, Metal Chaos Wolf. Or Metal Wolf Chaos XD. This game won Game of the Year, which surprised the fuck out of me. And overall, it's not a bad game. I think it is a really good game. But this winning the Game Awards just tells people, hey, do you want a Game Award too? Just follow this mechanic. And follow this formula. Look at it. This won Game of the Year. You can win Game of the Year too if you just follow this instruction. Ragging on the game aside, or ragging on that aside, this is a good game. It's hard and unbalanced in some parts, but overall it's enjoyable. It's a fun game. If you can actually tolerate up the patience to get through the game. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Not the best way to end off the Tomb Raider reboot trilogy, but overall, I say that, and I see, look, Become the Tomb Raider. They say that in the 2013 one, they said in Rise of the Tomb Raider, and they say it here. Honestly, She already became the Tomb Raider in that game. In the 2013 one. Quit fucking patronizing us. The Division 2. Honestly, if you could actually look closer at this, honestly, this was one of the games that I played for like maybe a week and I never really got into it. After that, I dropped it because of other games. And I also deleted it because I needed more space. But yeah, overall, it's eh. Trials Rising. I love Trials games. They're fun. They're enjoyable. But this game, it just wasn't. It's eh. It's Trials. What can go wrong with Trials? Nothing, really. Until another game beats it. Looking at you, lowly mountains downhill. But anyways, it's a good game, but there are other better ones. Like Lonely Mountains Downhill. Team Sonic Racing. Essentially, Sega's version of trying to be Mario Kart. I mean, it's not as good as the first one. It's not as Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed. It's not as good as that, but it's alright. It's still enjoyable for $40. This new game is enjoyable. But there are other racers. Other better racers, in my opinion. Lego Marvel Collection. Essentially, it's Lego Marvel Superheroes 1 and 2 and Lego Avengers. That's all this is. It's essentially what they're going to do later, which is going to be Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. That's all this is. Moving on. Days Gone. A lot of people do not like Days Gone. They don't like it for its writing. They don't like it for its combat or its visuals. They just don't like this game at all. But this game is not that bad. Honestly, if I could say one thing about it, a lot of people looked at this game negatively because, oh, it's just not that great. Although there are other games worse than this, it's pretty enjoyable. People need to stop saying, hey, this game sucks. And actually give it a shot. Don't say the game sucks and you never fucking played it. Actually give this game a chance. This game is actually surprisingly good. It may not be my game of the year, but this is a good runner-up for my top PlayStation games, in my opinion, of this year. Dangerous Driving. Essentially Burnout, but made by an indie developer. It's a pretty enjoyable game, in my opinion. It's made by the same people that made Dangerous Golf and Dangerous... I forgot what the other one was, but it's like, essentially, you're trying to pull off stunts. But, yeah. Moving right along. Bloodstained. Now, if I had to say a game, if I had to give an award for best... what was that? Best Promise Award? I don't know. Yeah, put that as an award. The Best Promise Award. This would be it. Because... Koji Igarashi kept his fucking word on this game. He kept his word that there's free updates, except for like, and free DLC, except for that one that he had to make people pay. But all the modes will be there with updates. And he kept his fucking word. And it turned out to be one of my top PlayStation games of the year. Funny enough. This is my fourth pick. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Surprisingly enough, this was my fourth pick. Because there's Devil May Cry at number 5. This is number 4. And there's one left at the 3. This is a good game. If you love Metroidvanias and you love like spiritual successors to anything, especially Castle fucking Vania, get this game. It is a good fucking game. Moving right along, Mortal Kombat 11, the premium edition. It comes with the combat pass, and it comes with the game, and it also comes with, if I can pull it out, I hate I hate these kind of cases. It comes with the Steelbook. Nothing special. But yeah, thoughts on Mortal Kombat 11. Not a terrible fighting game. A little bit better than Dead or Alive, in my opinion. I don't know if it won fighting game, but it's pretty fucking enjoyable. I highly recommend Mortal Kombat 11 if you like fighting games, but I know a lot of fans of the series don't agree that this is the best, but for 2019, it's a good fighting game. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. Oh god. Time to go on a little story time again. When this was first, whenever the second one was announced and released, I said the fact that they're going to remaster Wrath of the White Witch sometime in the future. And guess what? At one E3, hey, remastering Wrath of the White Witch for PS4 and Switch. But funny thing is, this was the fucking remaster, and the Switch version played like ass. So I stuck with the PS4 version, because that's where it should belong. This is a fucking Sony game. And it's great. It is a good remaster, too. But at the same time, I know a lot of people don't like it because it's like, oh, it plays like Pokemon Tales and it sucks. This game is enjoyable. I highly recommend Tales of the White Witch, yeah. I highly recommend the first Ni no Kuni. It is actually one of my fucking favorite RPGs ever. Treat yourself to a good RPG and get Wrath of the White Witch remastered for the PS4. Don't get it for Switch because you would regret that choice. Subnautica. I only know about this game because of Yahtzee. And I wasn't going to get this game because look right on the back. Jacksepticeye, this game is awesome. I'd rather have a fucking reviewer, I would rather have an IGN review saying this game is great rather than Jacksepticeye. I know it comes across as being a dick or anti-fan of Jacksepticeye, but I just don't care for Jacksepticeye in my opinion. I know he played this game to hell and back, loved every bit of it, but I've heard other people talk about this game and they really enjoyed it, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And it's not that bad. It's like No Man's Sky, but fucking better. And underwater. Ooh, I hate that sound. I hate the sound of stickiness. Astrobot. Never really got around to playing this. But I know it's great. It actually won a VR game award, I think last year. Yeah, it did. I remember now. Wolfenstein Cyberpilot. This game is short, but it's not the best Wolfenstein game, in my opinion. If you want a better one, just play Wolfenstein The New Order. That's it. And moving right along. Divinity 2 Original Sin. Or Divinity Original Sin 2. The only reason why I bought this game was because, hey, I like fucking, not Dynasty Wars, I like Diablo 3. This might play just the same, and it does not play the same at all. I should try the game on myself later just to see if I can actually enjoy this, but overall I did not really care for Divinity Original Sin 2. I know a lot of other people that I know love this game, but I just don't know. I was hoping for it to be like a Diablo 3 experience. Left Alive. I don't think anyone was left alive when they made this game, or the people that tested it. Look at the art. It's made by the artists that did the Metal Gear Solid artwork. And it's published by Square. What can go wrong? Oh, right. Let's continue looking. That's right. It's Square. And they brought in... Who did they bring in to do this, anyway? I mean, good lord, dude. This game is just wasn't that enjoyable. I was hoping for a good experience, but this game sucks. And... It came out this year. It came out this year, and whenever I bought it, like used, it would have been like, what, $10? This was $8. I could have bought this for $2, and I would have gotten nothing out of it. Jesus Christ. But moving right along, Shenmue 3. I'm not gonna lie, I never really finished the Shenmue games. I need to. I bought Shenmue 3 because originally I thought someone was gonna give me Fallen Order, but I bought it myself. So my brother gave me Shenmue 3. And honestly, I don't really give a shit what people thought about this game, like IGN or any of the reviewers that gave this game like negative scores. Or mixed, because it looks like a Dreamcast game. Even though it was originally created or thought of by the creator because he wanted it to look just like the original fucking games. Oh, the voice acting is bad. Same answer I gave before. Anyways, this game is actually good in its own right. It does continue the story. The voice acting is cheesy, but they kept it that way. It looks dated, but they kept it that way. Good lord, this game makes me want to cough a lot because I could say a lot of things about this game. And it's still enjoyable, but at the same time, Deep Silver didn't really do a good job on giving out things. And then again, whoever made this didn't really do a good job of giving the Kickstarters what they wanted and deserved. I.e. paying $15 for DLC. But I could be wrong though. Concrete Genie. This would have made my top 5 list. And it is an exclusive to Sony. But sometimes the game kind of doesn't control right, but it does have a nice story. It's full of heart. It's full of... It has a lot of moments where it hits really close to home for me. This game is really enjoyable. I still recommend this game. If you want a game with a good story, Concrete Genie is definitely for you. Contra Rogue Core. I know a lot of people said that this game sucked. I looked at reviews. I looked past reviews because I tried the demo of it. And guess what? I thought the demo of it was fun. I thought it was fine. Then I played the game. It's still the same thing as I said. It's fine. It plays. Sure, it doesn't look right, but it still plays. But would I recommend this game? No, because I know for a fact if I did, people would tear it to shreds because of its visuals and other things. Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. Honestly, this was definitely the year for remasters, in my opinion. But... sorry, man. My nose was messed up. But this was a good game. I highly recommend getting the Ghostbusters game if you liked it. Sure, the remaster doesn't bring much to the table, but it's Ghostbusters. It's the good one. It's what Ghostbusters 3 should have been. Until Afterlife comes out next year, which is... I am excited about that. Moving on. Metro Exodus. If I had to put this on my Game of the Year list, or my game list for PlayStation, this will probably be at number 5, in my opinion. It is a fun and enjoyable game. It really is. And I love... This is... Funny enough, this is the collector's edition. And the only thing I don't like about this is that you have to... do that. But yeah, it comes with this pretty nice looking steelbook of the Aurora. That's, Aurora edition. It comes with a map, some art cards, or a map, excuse me. It just comes with a lot of good things with this one. Which, yes, I already used the codes for this so no one can take it from me. And it comes with a little art book showing off, like, characters, cities, enemies, guns. Oh yeah, keep this in mind. This game is really good when it comes to gunplay. But yeah, if I had to say for best PlayStation games of this year, this will be at number 5 for me. I loved it for the gunplay. Even though I'm not a big fan of stealth games, this game utilizes it really well. And it's a great series. Metro is a great series. I know for a fact they're going to continue with probably Metro fuckiness or something. I don't know. I can't really think of something for that right now. But they will do it. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, because they did make a PS3 version of the game, so I figured it would be more appropriate to get the PS4 edition. It comes with Patty. I do believe that here's your characters. It comes with I love how it says it comes with new characters. It's not even experienced by the players in America. Unless you're good at Japanese, you got the PS3 version. But yeah. This is essentially the special edition that we could have gotten, but they pulled it off. They didn't pull it off. They put it off for years and years and years until, if I can look at the back of this box to see when this game was released. Does not really say. Shit, I am fucked. But anyways, this is just, oh yeah, this year. This is another remaster of this year, or port as you word. But, still one of the good Tales games, but I can't wait for the new one. Fireball Zero Hour. Now, like I said, I own a VR, but this utilizes one controller. If you look closely at that is the PlayStation Aim, the gun I call it. And this game does not utilize the gun very well. It does and doesn't. This game is not really that great. It's essentially Rainbow Six Siege gameplay. It's I don't recommend it for VR though. There are better games in my opinion. Deadpool. This is essentially a PS4 port of Deadpool. Moving on. Dead or Alive 6. This is a good fighting game, despite what they did with the physics. But they're still doing the same thing they did with Dead or Alive 5, which is DLC out the ass. And you have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get the DLC, to get what you want. So you can have the thong bikinis in all the female fighters in the G-strings. Ooh. But still, it's a good fight. It's a good fighting game, though. I recommend it to an extent. And get that out the way. Far Cry New Dawn. Essentially, Far Cry 5 Epilogue. It's not a terrible game. It's not bad. But it will essentially any Far Cry game will never be as good as 3. That's just my opinion. But they tried. Diablo 3 Eternal Edition. It's what it is. It's Diablo 3 with all the DLC. I got it because apparently when I was with someone that loved Diablo 3, I decided to get this version, which came to the Necromancer Pass. And I ended up giving that other copy to that person whenever they left. Devil May Cry 5. Ooh my god, this game made me like Devil May Cry. And for all the fans, Devil May Cry fans out there, you got me. This game converted me to a Devil May Cry fan. Even though I will say Devil May Cry 3 is a little overrated in my opinion, this will probably be on there too, but the games are good now. And it's because of this. This is a good game. It should have been Game of the Year. It should have won more game. Like, besides action game, it should have won for best music, because this game has kick-ass music. But if I had to put this on my top list, this is number 4. I already said what my... now that I think about it, I wouldn't put Metro Exodus on there, but I would put this at probably number 4. This is number 4 for me. There are 2 other games now. It's funny enough, I actually just make this on the fly. But yeah, Devil May Cry 5, great game. It deserves a lot more. And Capcom needs to actually do things right with it. Anyways, Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Essentially, like I said with Hyrule Warriors Fire Emblem Warriors. It's essentially a Warriors game with Dragon Quest heroes. That's all. Generation Zero. This game is weird. It's essentially it's the year. It's like in the 1980s. You're Sweden. Robots have taken over. You have to take them down. Essentially, it's Horizon Zero Dawn, but not post-apocalyptic. In a sense. It's not bad. It's made by the same people that made the Just Cause games. But it's not terrible. It could have been better, but it wasn't terrible either. And speaking of Just Cause 4. The Gold Edition. This came with the Season Pass, which gives me a lot more content and guns. But Just Cause 4, I got it just cause. Yeah, I know, bad pun. I heard it was a lot better than 3, and it was. It still is. But overall, it kind of loses its interest after a while. So, good game. It could have been better, but it just wasn't for me after a while. Moving right along, demo disc for VR. It doesn't really count as a game, I figured, because it's physical. And it comes with all the demos for all these games. But I can actually tell you some of these games. Let's see, starting off with never played, fucking sucks. Never played much either. It just sucks, in my opinion, even though people like it. What the fuck? What? Kitchen? Oh well, Kitchen is... fuck it. Anyways, Kitchen, I never played that one. Job Simulator, Platinum did. It's a good game. What is that? The Persistence, never played it. Moss, bought that game and it's really fucking enjoyable. And what's the last one? Headmaster, never played it. Moving right along to actual games that matter. For Honor. I know that's a weird transition, but sadly enough, this game was... I bought this game for $10, and then a week after I bought it, PSN, free. I hate my luck sometimes that they put a game that I just bought for free. I just could have fucking waited, but... I don't know. For Honor's free. I wanted to play it with friends, but sadly, I never got around to doing that. Moving on, Earth's Defense Force 4.1. The Shadow of a New Despair. Or of New Despair. Essentially, bugs invade, you kill them. Bada bing, bada boom. Good game. Good enjoyable. Good fun game. Good dumb fun, in my opinion. Judgment. This is my third spot after... If I had to do like from top to bottom, this is number 3. This is after AI, the Ammonium Files. This is a great fucking game. Judgment is yeah, I know. And if you look inside, this is actually what the art looks like. And it's not bad art, and it comes with a sticker. But honestly, I like this art a lot better. Judgment is a great game. It plays like Yakuza in a sense, but it has detective aspects like you would see in L.A. Noire, just without the questioning and doubting people. But this game is great. I love every bit of it. And I don't care what people say, the English dub for this is amazing. If you like Yakuza, or you like good detective games, or if you like a good noir thriller, that type of thing, Judgment is for you. Moving right along, Dragon Quest Builders 2. It is the sequel to Dragon Quest Builders, which is just essentially Minecraft Dragon Quest. Or Minecraft Dragon Quest Edition, and it's actually pretty fucking enjoyable. The sequel is just as enjoyable, but in my opinion, it's more the same than the first one. But it's still enjoyable. If you like Minecraft, it's for you. If you like Dragon Quest, it's kind of iffy. Blood and Truth. Never got really around to playing this one. Just because every time I would try to play VR, I would always get stuck to Beat Saber, which in my opinion is the best VR game, and it deserved the VR award at the Game Awards. But anyways, Blood and Truth, it's okay for what I heard. I heard it was actually pretty decent, but I don't know. It's basically a continuation of Gangs of London, which was another Sony Sony PlayStation 2 game or PSP one. I forget which one. But it's... Anyways, Danganronpa trilogy. I owned the trilogy originally for the Vita, but I rather own it for console. So why not get all three? And inside, it actually comes with an art book. And yeah, the slots for one. This is for 1, 2 Reload, and 3. But it comes with an art book of all the games, like all the characters, everything. But yeah, Danganronpa trilogy. It's good. I highly recommend it if you want to get into Danganronpa. Moving on, Call of Cthulhu. I heard from one of my friends that this game is actually surprisingly decent, but there's a catch to it. It has multiple endings. It's also first-person shooter, or first person, excuse me. It's not a terrible game. Critics lied. I wouldn't give this like an 8 or 9. I would probably give this like maybe at max a 7. But if had to be really fucking picky about it, a 6. Rocksmith Remastered. I promised myself I would actually play the guitar again. It works. It teaches you how to play guitar and actually tunes your guitar for you. But I didn't have... This one didn't come with a guitar. I actually owned a guitar, but I never got around to playing it. But this is a good teaching tool, in my opinion. If you want to get a good training thing, kind of like a good exercise thing, this is a good one. It does work for guitar playing. Heavy Fire Red Shadow. It's essentially it's a, what would you like to call it? A rail shooter, essentially, but not really. You stand in place and you just fire from a turret. Never got around to playing it, but it's made by Mastiff, and they made Gorman, A Monstrous Journey or Adventure, which is a good game. But overall, I need to actually get around to playing that one. Vampire, essentially made by Don't Nod. Yeah, right back there, Don't Nod right there. They're the same people that made Life is Strange, and this is actually a good Soulsy game based around vampires, and this is actually a good one. I recommend Vampire if you are into that kind of thing. I know the person I used to be with, that one person, I can't really say for sure because it kind of hurts saying it, but anyways, she liked this game a lot. And it sucked that my PS4 fucked up and I accidentally deleted her save. But I might just be like, hey, you want a good game? Because I still talk to her every once in a while, but if she wants a decent game, this would probably be the one game I would give her. Or if you just like Soulsy games, anyways. Sniper Elite 4. This was another game that they put on PlayStation Plus. But this game is enjoyable though, but it's not as good as fucking Sniper V2. In my opinion. But it takes place in Italy, and you can still hunt Hitler in this game, but only for $7.99. Anyways, moving right along, The Sinking City. Like Call of Cthulhu, this is a fucking Lovecraftian game. I saw trailers for this. It's very fucking weird, it's trippy, and it's made by Big Ben, who made the Sherlock Holmes games, which I never played. I heard they're okay. But this game is actually not bad either. It's a detective game. It is a Lovecraftian detective noir, and it's surprisingly decent. It's not as good, it's better than Call of Cthulhu. If I had to give this a better score, it would be a 7, but if I had to give it more praise, probably an 8 max. But for as it stands, it's a 7 for me. Moving right along. Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled. Honestly, it is a good racing game. I just can't get into the controls as much. I do, but I don't. And it could have been a lot better when it came to controls, but that's just me. I am happy it won Best Racing Game, but that can't change the fact that this game controls kind of like ass. That's just me. You can say that I suck at Crash Team Racing if you want to. Doesn't matter. Oh boy, we're getting very close to the end of this, I can tell. We're almost done with the PS4 games. And we're at Bendy and the Ink Machine. I mean, it's bendy. Maybe the case isn't bendy, but if the camera can focus so fucking, there we go. It's not a bad game, but it's not the best either. 5 out of 10 max. Moving on, A Plague Tale Innocence. This game surprised me when this came out, because I was expecting this to be like another artsy game, like, oh hey, this takes place during the Black Plague era. Oh no, look at the sad orphans. Oh no, this is so bad. But it's not that at all. It's actually a darker game than that, and it's actually surprisingly good. This game should have won Best Narrative. It should have won an award. It should have won something. I think Chaos and I could tell you that this game is enjoyable. And funny, yes, I do still talk to Chaos, and I know that I still got other things to do with him. But this game is enjoyable. I highly recommend it. I would actually say, if I had to give an award for Best IP that I've played so far of 2019, this would have been one of them. But I would have given it to Bloodstained anyway, because Bloodstained is better. But that's just personal opinion. Move right along. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. I've never played an Ace Combat game before, and I decided to give it a shot. And guess what? I enjoyed it. It's confusing to control at first, but I enjoyed it a lot. And funny enough, look right there. VR mode. I never tried it. I've seen people play this in VR, and it's actually quite trippy. It's like playing through a you're actually the pilot in the cockpit. It actually plays just like that, but it does not play like Steel Battalion, like for the Kinect. It plays a lot better than that. But anyways, this is a good game. If I give an award for best game, like an award for a game series to get into, whatever, this would be one of them, because I never got into it until now. Besides, along with Devil May Cry 5, but oh well. Adventure Time, Pirates of the Enchiridion. I bought this game because I was in an Adventure Time mood. I got the complete collection of the whole entire series. I was watching that, saw this game was on sale for cheap, bought it, and played it. It's essentially an exploration RPG. Sorta. But it's not bad though. It is enjoyable if you are an Adventure Time fan. I can only recommend this for Adventure Time fans. Anyone else that wants to play like a good RPG, it's not for you. Not saying that to be offensive, but it's just one of those games that you just play for like maybe 20 minutes and go, put on Skyrim, put on something better. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. It's not the best Assassin's Creed in my opinion, but yeah. It's all because of one other game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This game is good. I admitted it. This game is good. This and Origins, which I don't own, made the series fun again. I am not lying about that. This made the series fun and enjoyable. And goddamn you, Ubisoft, you made me care about Assassin's Creed a little bit. Do more of this and not Unity and Syndicate, please. Anyways, moving on. Override. Mech City Brawl. I got this game because of one reason. Proton John streamed it. I thought the game was fun. I found it for cheap. I bought it. It's enjoyable. And there's actually skins for Bagel, his cat. Funny enough. But yeah, it's enjoyable. You're essentially Godzilla-like mechs like battling each other. That's all it is. Rage 2 Deluxe Edition. I heard that Rage 1 sucked. I played Rage 1. It did suck. Rage 2 I heard was better. A little bit. Kinda lied, but it was okay. I wouldn't recommend Rage 2 as much as I want to. It essentially tried to be like Borderlands, but it just Bethesda tried. Honestly, this game kind of disappointed me. I wouldn't call it the biggest disappointment, but it is a disappointment. Resident Evil 2. Now, for remakes, this is a good remake. As a kid, I never got into Resident Evil. Mostly 2. I got into Resident Evil because of 4. But Resident Evil 2, this remake is really fucking good. I cannot stress that enough. This is a beautiful, beautiful remake, and it should have won. If there was an award for best remake, it could at the Game Awards. This could have won it, but due to the fact it was a remake, it had no chance of winning. But because of this game's success, we got Resident Evil 3 remake coming soon, which is good. I highly recommend that. I would actually buy that as the next year. So, fingers crossed it will be good. Resident Evil 7. This is the one game that I know for a fact some fans love it, some fans hate it, some fans are meh about it. I'm kind of about it, because essentially people complain that this kind of plays like PT. And this game came out 2 years ago. And I know Yahtzee put this as his game of the year. I know 2 years ago they put this as the best VR experience and probably best shooter. But overall, it's okay. It's not a bad game. Honestly, I would rather play Resident Evil 4 or 2 remake over this any day. And moving right along, we got the Deluxe's editions. Starting with Kingdom Hearts 3. The only thing that this came with, because I got this was the Walmart bundle. It came with the game, and it came with a steelbook. And that's it. It also came with cards. Like little art cards, and that's really it. I think it also came with something else, but I don't know where I put it. So, I'll just leave it at that. Kingdom Hearts 3, and oh Jesus, it was supposed to be the final game, but it's not the final game. This game does not have the Final Fantasy characters, but they put them anyways in the DLC coming out for $30 fucking. Yeah, imagine that. A game that hasn't been finished, but overall, visually, it's impressive. Cartoonish, but impressive. The world's in there, It was nice to see the Pirates of the Caribbean world. I hated the Arendelle, which was frozen. I hated that one. The Tangled World was okay. Big Hero 6 is the best. Toy Stories was okay. The worlds were either hit or miss or the best. Or meh. But then the story is convoluted as fuck, so yeah. Xehanort being a Time Lord and all that shit. But anyways, sorry for spoiling it, but this game is actually not bad. I wouldn't give it for like best RPG in any way, but if I had to give an award for most convoluted story, this would probably be a runner-up, but Death Stranding would win that for me. And funny enough, I don't own it, I only rented it, yay! Moving on, Owlboy. I already owned this game digitally, but I saw this was on sale. And I know what you're going to say. Surely this isn't what you bought it for. Nope, because inside there is an instruction manual. Oh, perish the thought. This is an instruction manual. This is 2019. There's no instruction manuals anymore. True. Because that was a limited bundle. This was a limited edition. Funny enough. And now I have to dig out of the pile that I have for myself. There we go. And there, that just completely went according to plan. This is the limited edition. And it is amazing. It is an amazing, amazing thing. So yeah, let's start. I love how the sleeve can do this. You can do this with the sleeve. Ooh, the sleeve is gone, and there's a limited box. And let's just pull this out. Ooh, pull this out. Because, ooh, let's put this down so I don't do anything. It also came with notebook. Funny enough, the notebook also comes with, like, if you look closely at the pages, this actually is a flip book. It's a notebook. A certificate of authenticity saying that, hey, I own... Good lord. This was like the 5000s that I owned. I was in the 5000s. Anyways, it came with... Ooh, it actually came with more stickers than I thought. It came with just one. Stickers. See, it comes with stickers. It also comes with the soundtrack, which the game had an amazing soundtrack. But also it came with this. This is actually the one thing I actually really liked about Owlboy. It came with, if you look closely at that, I'm just going to take out the coins, but the coins are more or less somewhat the same. Anyways, they're buckanees. They're buckany coins. This is a silver one, not really worth much. And this was the gold one, worth a lot in the game's currency. It's actually pretty cool that they did this, in my opinion. And also, since I'm going to bring this a lot closer, it came with 2 pins. And I actually do like these pins a lot. I think the pins are actually pretty cool. But I'm going to put everything back and say... And I don't really need to fucking say anything again. Because it's the fucking truth. Owlboy is a fucking amazing. I highly recommend the game. Because, good lord, you cannot go wrong with a good game like Owlboy. Like, if I had played it last 3 years ago, when it came out, I would have put that over Stardew Valley. But, due to the fact that I hadn't played that game before, Stardew Valley, I kind of missed my opportunity. But anyways, good game. I highly recommend it. If it's on sale, get it. Steam, PS4, whatever it came out for any console, get it. It is enjoyable. And lastly, if you can't tell what this is, well, there's not really not much to say for it, but I would actually have to get the box for it. This is Catherine Fullbody. This is another remake. A remake of a game I really love. But due to the fact it came out in the same year as Bastion, I put it way below. But anyways, let's just take out everything. This is the Heart's Desire Premium Edition. I do love this box. It is a pretty cool looking box. It's essentially all the blocks in the game, including the new ones. But yeah, besides the case that I just shown right here, which is a nice case, it also came with soundtrack. Go figure. And funny enough, this is actually a full soundtrack. For once, they didn't pull a Nintendo, and they didn't pull an Etrian Odyssey. It also came with an art book, but I'm not really going to go through all of that. And the last thing it came with, which I actually have in my room, which I had to grab, this plushie. This is an adorable fucking plushie. It is essentially a... It's essentially a Vincent plushie if he's a sheep. And it's really super fucking cute, in my opinion. But other than that, that's... Jesus. That's actually all the games that I own and I collected throughout this entire fucking year. Now, honestly, as I had mentioned, I wasn't expecting to own just a lot more PS4 games. I was hoping to actually get more Switch games, but that didn't turn out according to plan. So I'll just leave it as that. So yeah, that has been 2019 for me. Ignore all that beautiful gaming carnage that all the games that I own for last year. I'm going to say this. I'm actually looking forward to 2020. I was going to say 2016, but that's only if I'm a Time Lord. But anyways, I'm kind of surprised that I decided to make a video after so many fucking months. Close to a year now. And I don't know when this is going to be up. If it's up on New Year's, happy fucking New Year's. That's all I really gotta say. It says happy New Year's. And happy belated Christmas, too. Because, yeah, that's the thing. So, yeah. I'm actually hoping to make more videos in the near future. I'm actually, like I mentioned before, I actually do want to do more series of things. Funny enough, I do want to do this game as like my comeback to Let's Play and all that, while continuing on my other ones that I hadn't finished yet. But in order for me to do that, I might as well just do other things. Might as well just continue. But I know I'm rambling, and that's a bad thing, but yeah. I hope everyone has a good rest of your year whenever this comes out. Drink responsibly, don't do drugs, stick with your resolutions that you make for 2020, and for everyone else. This has been Levy the Ouchman, Kim Ouchman else. Goodbye for what I do, but most important is I will see you in the next year. And hope you all have a good rest of your new year in 2020. So, with that all in mind, goodbye and fucking play video games. Do something.